I'll have my tablet back today at noon, so I'll be able to do both again. One of those things. All right, good morning, Facebook. If you have any requests, pop them up first thing. You guys, no special requests? Hips, okay. All right, request for hips. All right, well, let's go ahead and find our comfortable seats. I can go get some warm. I was just breaking the chill in here. Sit up nice and tall. Lift your shoulders up and let them roll back and down. Hands on your knees, elbows soft on your shoulders. Eyes are closed or gazing down. Start dropping in, connecting to your breath. Finding your equal inhalation, exhalation, in and out through the nose. The mind wanders. Come back to breath. And as you stay with your breath, I'm going to read from Roth's book first today, and Pina's second. This is Meditation from the Mat, day 139. For those who come to grow, the whole world is a garden. For those who have come to learn, the whole world is a university. For those who have come to know God, the whole world is a prayer mat. Relax and take this in before you practice today. Breathe into these words, this idea. Feel the difference. Most of the time when we come to the mat, the whole place is a spot to confirm our low self-esteem. We come to the mat to strive, to control, to win. Coming to the mat to win, we lose. If we come to the mat to grow, to learn, to know God, how's that different? Stretch your arms out to the sides like you're just waking up. And wiggle your fingers. And then slowly pull the hands together in front of your heart. You're collecting the energy you need. And then just bow in, maybe adding an intention if that feels right to you. And then interlace your fingers and stretch it away. Round your back, tuck your chin, look down. And then on an inhale, reach up high, relax your shoulders down, and let your hands come behind your back. Interlace your fingers, stretch them down towards the floor, keeping your spine long. If you can lift the arms up without dropping the spine, lift them up. Now drop your hands down, keep the fingers interlaced, and bend your elbows so the hands go to the sacrum, and then slide both hands over to the right side of the waist, and drop your ear to the same side. And then bring it back to the center, take the hands to the other side, left ear to left shoulder. And then drop your hands down and reach them back up high. And then on an exhale, take your right hand to your left knee, take your twist, look back over the left shoulder. And then inhale, reach high, and exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, arms up. put it in your right hand, support the knee with the other hand, and give a little rock. So some of you are going to stay out like so. Some of you might be able to pull the foot in near the bend of the elbow. Keep your spine tall wherever you go. So don't round in on yourself. Keep reaching through the crown of the head. And then relax, grab the pinky toe side of the left foot with the left hand, and then find that range of motion, making a circle. And then drop your foot down and pick up the other foot, support the knee, find what works on this side. It might be out, it might be in, and breath is in that right hand. And then relax and grab the pinky toe side of the right foot with the right hand and find that range of motion. And then just bring the bottoms of the feet together and do a little butterfly. Stay up tall or fold in towards your toes. And then come up tall and make your way to hands and knees. So finding your tabletop position, wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Cat-cow tilts when you're ready to inhale, drops the belly, lifts it. Exhale, arch your back high, push the floor away. And then just moving with your breath, inhaling, sway back, and exhaling, cat. Just keep cycling through your own breath. We might start moving at different paces as you roll up your spine. And then wait for your next exhalation. Return to a flat back. Look over your right shoulder to your right hip. Look around to the left. Come back to center and press it into child's pose. So remember, honor your knees, make adjustments. Hips can stay high, you can stay on the elbow. You can come here at any point during your practice. And then shifting forward, hands and knees back over the hips. And take that right leg straight back. Toes on the mat, press through the heel. Find that calf muscle, keep it steady or add a little rock back and forth. And then keep the weight forward, push the floor away, engage the belly, and if it feels okay, we're lifting the leg. Leg is up, circle the ankle. Reverse the circle. Press through the heel, stay there, or reach your left arm forward, reach and pull both directions. Stay there only if it doesn't bother your knee, bend the knee in the back, the lifted leg. Take your left hand, reach back for the foot or ankle. You can look forward and open the shoulder if that feels good. Feels like too much, it is too much. Nice. Now squeeze your belly so you can release it with control. Put your hand down, let that lifted foot cross over the left and look over the left shoulder towards your toes. Now swing the leg off to the right side and reach the right arm high. Circle your wrist, reverse. Keep the arms straight up or start to let it fall back. Open your chest, release your back. And then bring your hands down. Stay right here and just push your hips back like you're going into child's pose. If this doesn't feel good, just bring that leg in and do a real child's pose. So you're just getting a little stretch in that right inner thigh. And then shifting forward again. Bring that knee in and send the left leg back. Toes on the mat, find that calf muscle, stretch it out. Keep it steady or add that soft movement. And then keep the weight forward, push the floor away, engage the belly. And lift the leg, if that's where you're going. If it feels like too much, you can lay it down. Circle the ankle. Reverse. Press through the heel, stay there, or right arm forward, reach and pull. Keep breathing, stay here, you're working core here. Or you're gonna bend that knee, reach back with the right hand, take hold of the foot or ankle, and stretch out your quadricep. So start to get into the hips. Nice. Now release with control. Put your hand down, let that foot cross over the right, look over the right shoulder towards your toes. Now swing the leg off to the left side. Reach your left arm high, circle the wrist. Reverse. Keep the arms straight up or start to let it go back. Bring your hand down, stay right here, and press your hips back towards your heels. You can bring that foot in if you don't like this. Just do a regular child's pose. And then shifting forward and bring that knee in. This time tuck your toes as you press your hips towards your heels. Breathe into your toes and your feet. And then when you're ready, you're either staying at hands and knees or you're going out to your first downward facing dog. If you're in down dog, you're pedaling it out. You're moving it around. You're breathing. Any movement that feels good. Get all your wiggles out until you can come into a comfortable resting down dog. Beautiful. Nice. And then either drop to your knees or shift to plank. Hold. And then we're all just going to put our knees down. And lower all the way down. Inhale, roll out chest, the head, neck, and chest. There's cobra. Should be able to lift the leg, the arms. Anybody else smell coffee? Forehead down. Inhale, hands and knees. Take it all the way back to child's pose. And then just shift forward to hands and knees. And we're going to make a circle with our hips. So push your hips off to the left side. Make a circle all the way around and up in front. And just keep circling. And the next time you come to the front, reverse it. And the next time you come to the front, tuck your toes, push it back, and then hands and knees are down low. And then either drop to the knees or shift plank. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, can be cobra or up dog. Extend the arms if you're up dog. Maybe you want to look back over the shoulders. And then we'll all go hands and knees and downward facing dog. And then walk your hands and feet towards each other, coming into ragdoll. Any movement that feels good, bend your knees, sway your hips, shake your head yes and no. And again here, just wiggle out all your wiggles you need until you can just rest in this position. And then drop your arms, bend your knees, and squeeze your belly, slowly stacking your vertebrae. At the top, reach your arms, keep the arms up high, relax your shoulders down, and then take hold of the right wrist with the left hand and stretch it over to the left side. Stay here or add whatever feels good to you. I'm going to stay here today. And then bring it to center. Grab the other wrist first, find the side stretch, and stay here or add something with your feet, just like you did on the other side. Nice. come up tall, let your hands touch your thighs and just slide towards your toes. Hands can stay reaching down, or you can take them behind the back and release your fingers and let the arms pull away. And just put your hands back onto your sacrum, reach down for your toes. On an inhale, find Ardha Uttanasana, long, flat back. On an exhale, fold. On an inhale, come all the way up to standing. Once you're at the top, step it closer together, stretch long and tall, drop your tailbone only if it feels good, add a little back. And come up straight before your hands come down. Drop your arms, shake out any tension. And find your mountain at the top of your mat. So Tadasana, shoulders back and down, palms forward, belly in, tailbone drops. Focus on lifting through the crown of the head. On your inhale, arms reach high. On your exhale, fold down towards your toes. On an inhale, push your shins away. Find Ardha Uttanasana. On an exhale, bend your knees, plant your palms, left foot back. Drop that knee all the way down and sink into the left hip flexor. So focus on your hips dropping low, knee over ankle in the front. If the floor is too far away, hands can come up to the thigh. And then wait for an exhale, send your hips back, toes lift, hands walk with you if the hamstring is tight. And then shift the weight back into the right foot, stay here and bring both hands up to your thigh. Right hand stays on the thigh, left hand goes up alongside the ear, tip it over to the right. Right hand can stay on the thigh, if it can reach for the floor, or if you have a prop you can put under there, it can touch a prop. But don't just let it hang in space, only if you can touch something. And then bring both hands back to the front, frame your foot, and take it back. Hands and knees are down dog. Cat-cow, or as your flow. Inhale, plank. Exhale, lower. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, hands and knees or down dog. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, let the left leg lift. Toes down, hips closed. Don't open the hip yet. Now turn the toes to the side, let the leg go higher. You're not bending the knee yet, you're letting the leg go as high as it'll go. And then only if it feels good, you bend the knee. And then step that foot all the way to the top. Take as many steps as you need. Drop the back knee and bring it if you need to. Sink into the right hip flexor. Shine your heart open. Make adjustments if the floor is too far away. Keep breathing. And then when you're ready, hips back, toes lift, Ardha Hanuman. Hands walk with you if you need the space. Hold it forward if you need to stretch. Your toes can pop up. That might give you a little more space. Maybe you feel better with the toe reaching down. It's going to get more of a calf stretch with that toe pointing. Now go ahead, bring the weight back into the left foot. Bring both hands to your thigh. Left hand stays on the thigh, right arm alongside the ear. Tip it to the left. Stay there or reach your left hand down. And then go ahead, frame your foot. Take it back, hands and knees or down dog. Cat-cow or add your flow. Whatever that looks like for you today. Maybe child's pose is what you're feeling. It's your body, it's your practice. Nice plank. Beautiful. Alright, so going slowly, either from hands and knees or down dog. Right leg lifts, toes down, leg is straight. Now keeping the leg straight, turn the toes to the side and watch how the leg can go higher. That's because your hips open. Only if it feels good do you then bend the knee. So you get your full extension before you bend the knee. And then step that right foot to the top of the mat. Left hand stays flat on the mat. Right hand comes to the thigh, turn and twist, look over the right shoulder. Keep the right hand low or reach it up to the sky. Keep breathing. Wait for your exhale, bring the hand down. We're stepping up with the left foot and back with the right. Right hand flat, left hand on the thigh, twist it to the left, look to the left. Only if it adds to the twist does the left arm reach. Keep breathing. Wait for an exhale, put the hand down. You can either step up to ragdoll or back to down dog. If you went to down dog, you can flow. If you went to down dog, make your way back to ragdoll. On an inhale, let's all find Ardha Uttanasana, long flat back, belly still engaged here, tailbone still dropped. So make sure you're not swaying and popping the bottom out here. And then exhale, fold. Inhale, you can round it up or you can hinge at the hips, come up with a reverse swan dive. Once you're at the top, stretch it tall, only if it feels good. You drop the tailbone as you add the back bend. Come up straight. And hands to your heart. Drop your arms, find your mountain. And then just step your right foot back. If you're on the camera, the other foot makes more sense, that's fine. And then turn your toes out to 1 and 11 o'clock. Bend your knees and sit into your squat. Belly in, tailbone drops. Keep tracking your knees open. And check out what's going on in the torso. So make sure you're not creating tension in the back by kind of arching in. You're still reaching up through the crown of the head. The belly still lifts in, the tailbone still drops, and your knees are tracking open. And you breathe. So if you've been doing this for a while, you might be able to take your legs wider apart and get those knees more over the ankles for more of a challenge. Nice. Nice postures, everyone. These look great. Hands can stay on your thighs or bring them up. And then on an inhale, just straighten your legs and drop your arms. On an exhale, bend your knees and find your squat. Inhale, stand up. Exhale, sink low. Keep moving with your own breath. Nice relaxed toes. Everybody looks good. Next time you come into your squat, hold it for 5, 4, 3, watch the sway, and 1. Straighten the legs, square off the feet, fold forward, and touch the floor. Use this as a resting pose. If your head's easily touching the mat, start to bring the feet closer so you can take the rounding out of the back. And your head just barely hovers above the floor. And then just push the floor away and turn your right toes to the right corner. So we'll be backwards in the studio if you're sticking with the right foot. Walk your hands over to that side of your mat. Keep the hips up or sink them low. If it hurts the body, don't do it. If you squat low and it feels good, you can pop those toes up and the calf will rest on the mat. If this comes easy for you, you can start walking your hands out and you're going to fold your head down towards the floor. Try popping those toes up on the back, Martina, the back foot. It's like a rotation towards the door. And then go ahead and walk it to the other side. Keep it high or sink it low. Honor your body, that's most important. Honor your knees. You can stay up tall or you can work on trying to get the head towards the floor. But remember, you're not straining, you're not competing. And now walk it back to center. Everybody, hands way out in front. There's your wide leg down dog. Look at your chest. And then just come to stillness again. Find the ease in this pose. Not a lot of weight in your hands. Reaching through your heels. You should feel a stretch from your glutes down the back of the hamstrings, inner thighs. And then walk your hands in till the wrists are under the shoulders. Move your left hand under your face and reach your right arm high. Take a twist. Some of you might want to take that bind at the top hand. You just flip the palm, thumb points down, reaches around for that bottom inner thigh. Left if you're on the screen. Right if you're in the studio. All right, now go ahead and switch it out. And then take the other side up. Keep it there, or flip your thumb to point to the back and maybe reach around and grab that inner thigh. And then bring your hand down. Just turn your toes back to the top of the mat. And you can either step up to ragdoll or back to down dog. If you went to down dog, you can add a vinyasa. Nice, Carol. Nice. Honor your body is yoga. So if you went to the back of your mat, make your way back to ragdoll. On an inhale, find Ardha Uttanasana. On an exhale, fold. Now pinky toes walk out near the edge. Stay here or high squat, elbows above the knees. If you have knee issues, stay there. Feels good on hips and knees, sink them low. Try to keep your spine long. Elbows can work to the inside, thumbs to the sternum. Malasana, yogic squat. And breathe. And when you're ready to come out, if you went low, elbows go back above the knees, push together to come up, squeeze your belly, hang forward, grab your elbows, sway a little side to side, let everything return to neutral. And then just drop your arms, bend your knees, squeeze your belly as you stack your vertebrae. At the top, reach, stretch it long and tall, drop your tailbone. If it feels good, add your little back bend. Come up straight and hands to your heart. Drop your arms, find your mountain. And just step your right foot back. So heel to arch alignment for warrior two position. Bend into the left knee, look over the left middle finger. Check out your knee, make sure it's tracking to the pinky toe. That's what makes it a hip opener. Tailbone still down, belly still lifts. Torso straight up. And breathe. Now flip your left hand, stretch it back, hold here because it feels good. Breathe up the left side, just let that right arm stretch like it's gonna go down towards that back ankle. And then bend your knee, go back to warrior two. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, warrior two. Two more on your own. Come back to warrior two and hold. Now straighten the front leg, reach your left arm out before it reaches down. Right arm up unless it hurts the shoulder, then it's down the hip. Belly still hugs in, tailbone still drops. Beautiful poses like you're between two sheets of glass. Keep breathing. Now squeeze your belly tight, press into both feet, come up, stretch it back. Maybe that right arm goes a little further. And then bend your knees so you're back in warrior two. Left forearm on the thigh, right arm up alongside the ear, palm spinning down, extended side ankle. And breathe. So some of you are gonna stay right here. If it feels good to drop that left hand towards the floor, you can do that. If you take a bind, you can take that right hand up, knuckles to sacrum, maybe left hand under the thigh. Get that shoulder snuggled up towards that left knee. Yes, even more. Crown of the head to the front of the room. Crown of the head to the front, not the side. Yeah? So it's just like side angle, so your head should be over that foot in the front. That's where you're going, yeah. Now release if you have the bind. Squeeze the belly, we're coming up, we're stretching it back again because we need it. And now bend your knees and cartwheel both hands to the inside of that front foot. Pop the back heel up, drop the knee, walk your toes a little more to the left, both hands on the inside. So some of you, this is your pose. If you want a little stretch here, you can take your left hand, push that left knee away, look over the left shoulder. If it does not bother your knee, you can bend the back knee, reach to the foot, and it's going to stretch out that right hip flexor again. So you're reaching with the left hand if you're grabbing. And you can. And then release both hands to the front. Stay up high or right elbow down, left elbow meets it. And breathe. You can go to child's pose whenever you want. If you went low, push up through your arms. And now let's all just swing that left leg around to the back. You can go to down dog or child's pose. You can add a vinyasa if you went to down dog. Nice. And then we'll all meet at hands and knees. Move through 2 cat-cow tilts as you inhale, look up. As you exhale, arch up. One more time. And then lower down to your elbows. Get your elbows under your shoulders and interlace your fingers. Tuck your toes, scoop your belly. You're rounding your back here. Option 1 is you stay here. Option 2, hips high, like down dog on the elbows. So we're going to stay in the hamstrings. If you have something else you really want to do, feel free to do that. But if it feels okay, see if you can walk your toes a little closer towards your elbows. And stay here or lift your right leg high. Make sure you're not collapsing towards the head, but the shoulders are still reaching to the waist. And now put that foot down and lift the other one. Remember, you can always go to child's pose whenever you want. Beautiful. And then drop that foot, and we'll all end up in child's pose. Let your shoulders rest away from your ears. You can stay in child's pose or press it up to down dog. If you went to down dog, you can add a vinyasa. You can always cat-cow if you want something in between. Nice. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, make your way up to ragdoll. Inhale, find Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Stretch it out at the top. Drop your tailbone if it feels good after the back bend. Come up straight before the hands come down. Drop your arms and step your left foot back. So heel to arch alignment. Again, warrior 2, arms up, look over the right middle finger. Track the knee over the pinky toe. Beautiful. Keep breathing. Now flip your right hand, stretch it back, and just hold here for the first. Breathe into it. And then exhale, go back to warrior 2. Inhale, stretch it back. Exhale, warrior 2. Do 2 more like that. Come back to warrior 2, hold. Now straighten right leg. Right arm stretches out, out, out before it reaches down. Like you're between 2 sheets of glass, very nice. Tailbone drops, belly lifts. Long right side high. Honor that top shoulder, whatever it needs. squeeze your belly tight, press into both feet, come up, stretch it back, like that left arm's going for the ankle. And now come up straight, and we're setting up for triangle pose. So both legs straight, right arm reaches out before it reaches down. Trikonasana, palms forward. Keep breathing. Nice. Now squeeze your belly tight, press into both feet, come up, just stretch your back one more time. And then you're bending your knee. And then right forearm on the thigh, left arm alongside the ear, palms spinning down. And again, you can stay here or play here. So if you want to drop the left hand, if you're going knuckles to the sacrum, try to keep that head over the front foot. And then this right shoulder stays in tight, goes under, and then you try to pull it back towards the top of the mat. And you breathe. Doesn't feel good? Find what does. Nice. If you're holding on, release your bind, squeeze your belly, come all the way up, stretch it back. And then bend into your knee. We're cartwheeling both hands to the inside of the front foot. Pop that back heel up. Drop the knee. Walk your toes to the right. And then think about what you need. Stay here or take that right hand. Push the right knee away. Looking to the right. Stay there only if it doesn't hurt the knee. Bend the knee. Reach back. Take hold of the foot or ankle. And breathe. If you're holding on, release, both hands to the front. Keep it high or drop the left elbow. Stay there or right elbow down. And breathe. If you went low, push up through your arms. And just take that right leg around to the back. You can go to down dog or child's pose. You can rest or flow. And then make your way to hands and knees. Do 2 cat-cow tilts. Inhale, look up. Exhale, arch up. One more time. And then return to your flat back, lower down to your elbows. Second round of dolphin. Interlace your fingers, tuck your toes, scoop your belly, stay here or hips high. So you're either going to do the same thing you did before, walking in a little closer, lift one leg and then the other. If you prefer to work core, you can shift forward like you're going into a plank. You can either hold your plank or you can exhale, move back, inhale, shift forward. So find what works for you. If you're lifting legs, try to do about the same amount of time on either side. Neck in line with the spine if you're in plank. Keep breathing. And when you're done, just go to child's pose. And we'll all meet in child's pose. Soften your shoulders away from the ears. And then bring your hands back to the front. Come back up to hands and knees. And take that right leg out to the side. You can stay at hands and knees if you don't like this foot out. Now we're just going to take that left arm and we're going to thread it under the right. Relax the shoulder, relax the side of the head. Stay here or walk your right hand straight out over top of the mat. And if you want to make it more of a twist, you can start walking it towards the left side of your mat, over your head. If you have another variation, feel free to do that. Everything's optional. If you moved your right hand, we're bringing it back around so the wrist is under the elbow. Press into the right hand and reach out and up with the left. Drop the hand down, stay right here, and then hips back. If it feels good, that leg stays out to the right. That'll feel good, you're in child's pose. Nice, now bring it back up. Bring the right knee in, and take the left leg out. Now your right arm threads onto the left. Relax the shoulder, relax the side of the head. Find that shoulder stretch before you think about where you're going next. So the right arm threading under. And stay there, or you can walk that left hand straight up over your head. Stay there, or you can walk to the right side of your mat. Move your left hand, walk it back around so the wrist is under the elbow. Press into the left hand, reach out and up with the right. Bring both hands back down in front and then hips back towards the heel. That left leg can stay out if that feels good. If you don't like it, bring it into child's pose. And then shift forward, hands and knees, bring that knee in. You can stay there or go to down dog. You can cat-cow or add a vinyasa. Nice. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, walk your way to ragdoll. Hang out. Inhale, find Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Stretch it out at the top. Drop your tailbone if it feels good. Add that little back bend. Come up straight and hands to your heart. Drop your arms, find your mountain. And move into the left foot for balance. Lift your toes, spread them wide. Belly in, tailbone drops, and then just bring your right thigh up. Try to create a 90-degree angle. Get your toes up. All right, so work on the lift. You can stay here. You can touch a wall if balance is your issue. We're going to put our right hand on our knee, and we're just going to take the knee out to the side. Try to keep that thigh up parallel. If you feel stable, you can look over the left shoulder. You can add that arm for balance if you need it. That's the hand that can touch the wall if you need the wall. Nice. Now bring it back to center and see if you can just take both hands in front. Interlace the fingers and maybe squeeze it in. You can flex or point. And then we're going to exit out, hands to the waist. You can just step out or add that core, extend, don't lean back, point, hold it, and then lower it with control. And shake out your hips. Try the other side. Focus on that right leg. Focus on the lift before you even float the leg. Focus on lifting through the crown of the head. Make that 90-degree angle. Get your toes up. It'll help engage that calf muscle. You're welcome to stay here with your left hand or right hand on the wall, or you're going to hold the knee, take it to the side. Keep breathing. You can look to the right. You can add the arm or touch a wall. Bring it back in. Now just step out or hug it in. Squeeze. Now if you're still here, hands to the waist, we're going to exit by extending and pointing. Can you hold it? Don't lean back, and then flex and lower the leg. Shake it up. And find your mountain. Just take a moment, settle your breath. And then we're going back into the left foot. So options. You can do that same pose you just did, or we're going to bend our knees like a chair. And we're going to take our right ankle, cross it over our left knee, find our figure four. So the first pose got the inner thigh, hip area open. This pose gets the back. So you can stay up high, or you can sink, bending that leg. Eventually you might touch the floor. And if you're looking for something to do here, there's a bind here. You just snuggle that toe in around that left knee. Left knuckles go to the sacrum. You squeeze your belly. The right hand knees it. Nice. Now if you went low, you're gonna have to squeeze the belly tight, push into that foot to stand up, and then kick it out and drop it down. Shake it out. And try the other side. So right foot down, so remember you can go back here. We're gonna bend like chair, and left ankle over, and sink low. Stretches in that left hip. Keep breathing. Find your pose. It might be different on this side. So in this one, your shoulders come forward over the shin, so you are in chair position. You're not up tall, we're just going to create a sway in back. Nice. Now if you went low, you're going to have to squeeze tight, push into that foot to come up, just kick it up and drop it down. Swish out your hips, shake out your legs, and find your mountain at the top of your mat. Inhale, reach high. Exhale, fold forward. Take a few breaths here. You can stay in ragdoll. You can do another squat. Those of you working on crow can work on your crow. When you're done, you can make your way back, either through a vinyasa or straight to child's pose, or just hold down dog. Nice. So when you're ready, let's all meet the back movement. Down dog or hands and knees. Let's all just meet at hands and knees. And do 2 cat-cow tilts. So inhale, look up. Exhale, arch. One more time. Return to your flat back and just take your right leg straight back, roll that foot to the side, take your left toe straight back behind the left knee, and reach your right arm high. Stay here or squeeze the belly, lift the leg. Stay there only if it doesn't hurt the knee, bend the knee, reach for the foot or ankle. You can pull it into the glute for quad stretch, you can push it away for a back bend. If you're holding the foot, squeeze the belly so you can release with control. Bring your hand down, pop your left toes up as you go to hands and knees, and then left leg back. Roll the left foot to the side, right toes right behind that right knee, left arm high. Keep it low or squeeze and lift the leg. Stay there or bend the knee, reach for the foot, and breathe. And now release the foot with control. Bring the hand down, pop the right toes up. You can go to down dog or child's pose. You can rest or float. And then we'll all meet at hands and knees and come all the way down into our belly. Forehead or chin to the mat, arms back with the palms turned up. On an inhale, roll up, head, neck, and chest. Reach the arms to the back of the room. Keep pushing your pelvis down. Feet into the top of the mat. Keep breathing. A little lift just before you lower. Put your left cheek on the mat, wiggle your hips. You can stay here or second round, forehead or chin to center. This time we'll add the feet if that feels good. Inhale, roll up head, neck, and chest, and then maybe lift the feet. And little lift just before you lower. Put the right cheek on the mat, wiggle our hips. And you can stay right here or third round. If you have knee issues, I recommend you do the same thing you just did. If it doesn't bother the knees, you can bend both knees, reach back, take hold of the tops of the feet or ankles. On an inhale, roll up head, neck, and chest. Feels okay, push the feet into the hands as if the thighs are going to touch the floor. and breathe. Otherwise, you're here. You can't hold, keep them straight. And then maybe a little lift just before you lower. Put your left cheek on the mat and just windshield wipe your legs if they're up, wiggle your hips if they were down. And then drop your feet, push up to hands and knees, and all the way back to child's pose. You can stay where you are or press it to down dog. You can hold or flow through your last vinyasa. And then either from hands and knees or down dog, let the right leg lift. So we're going into pigeon. If you know pigeon doesn't feel good for you, you can come onto your bottom. So we're going to bring that knee in towards the nose, keep it off the floor, and then circle it out to the right. So just make a big circle, kind of like when you're out walking the dog. And then the next time the knee comes up to the nose, just rest that knee behind the right wrist. Heel at the top of the left thigh, and then just slide that left leg back a little. So setting up for your pigeon. If this does not feel good on your knees, you can come onto your bottom, cross the right ankle over, hug it in, you can come onto your back, and hug it all the way up. So honoring your body is most important. So you're pulling back on the right hip, forward on the left, you're not falling into that right hip. And you're all breathing. Carol, what happens if you take your knee further out to the side of your mat? Just the knee, keep the heel into the groin. Yes. There we go. See if that helps you level your sacrum. Good. Low, push up through your arms. You're either going to keep that back knee down or you can lift it up. And we're just going to kick that right leg around. So you either have the knee down or the knee up and just kick it out. And then drop the foot. So either from hands and knees or down dog, let the left leg lift. Now bring the knee in towards the nose and circle it out to the left. We're doing that 2 more times. Circle it out. And then the next time it comes up, you're resting the knee to the outside of the left wrist, the heel's at the top of the right thigh, and you work that right leg away. Remember, you can come onto your bottom, keep it up high or sink it low, find your pigeon, you're pulling back on the left hip, forward on the right. That knee is literally off to the left side of your mat. The heel can begin tight to the groin. As you get more open, that shin starts to work more towards parallel with the top of the mat. And you're all breathing. Nice. If you went low, push up through your arms. You can either slide that knee forward, keep it down, or lift it up. You're going to take that left leg back, kick it around. And then we're all going to lower all the way onto our belly. Put your left ear on the mat. Take your arms out like cactus arms. Bend your elbows. And then slide your right knee up towards your right elbow. And you're just breathing into the front of that right hip. You're either staying here, or you're going to take both arms forward, lift everything except your palms, look at your hands. And then take the left arm, slide it under, you're rolling on to the left shoulder. That right arm goes back to the right, and then you watch it go. So just keep letting this knee pop up like you're gonna roll onto your back. If you keep the knee down, it might keep your shoulder off the floor. So you'll be able to relax if you let that knee come up. Now you're just gonna take that right hand back up overhead where it came from. Slide the knee down. Move the shoulder out of the way, and then cactus arms with the right ear on the mat. And then the left knee slides up to the left shoulder. And then we're just holding here for a few breaths, breathing into the front of the hip. And your option is stay here or take both arms forward, lift everything except the palms, look at your hands, slide the left arm under the right, roll onto the right shoulder, and then the left arm goes off to the left, and then you can watch it go. So just look to the left. So right where you are, just keep rolling over till you're on your back. If you're off your mat, just wheel yourself back onto the mat. And hug your knees into your chest. Rock out your low back. So it doesn't matter, your head's gonna be facing this way. Rock it out. And then just let both knees fall to the right, look to the left. Stack your knees. If you have a twist you prefer, you can always do that. And then squeeze to come to center and let it go to the other side, look to the right. And then squeeze to come to center, hug it up and in, stay here, or bottoms of the feet together, knees press away. Stay there or keep holding your feet or toes, happy baby, any movement that feels good. If your feet are up, bring them in. If your knees are wide, pull them together. If it feels okay, hug yourself up into a tight little ball. Wait for an exhale and then stretch it out in all directions. Take up space, spine shavasana, whatever that looks like for you. Make sure your back is comfortable. Make sure your shoulders are comfortable away from the ears. And then just imagine a beautiful golden light enters the body through the crown of the head. As the light pours through your body, it brings warmth and relaxation to the scalp, the forehead, the eyes, the nose, and the mouth are relaxed. Make sure you're not clenching your jaw. The neck and shoulders are relaxed. The arms, hands, and fingers are relaxed. The chest, your abdomen, the upper, middle, and lower back are relaxed. The hips, the pelvis, the buttocks, the thighs, the knees, the calves and shins, the ankles, the feet, and out. The body is completely relaxed. This state of peace is your true nature. Take a few moments, just be. We're finishing with Pima today. And this is from her words. Recently, I taught a weekend program in a kind of new age spiritual shopping mart. Mine was one of about 70 different workshops being presented. The people in the parking lot or at lunch would say to each other, "Oh, what are you taking this weekend?" I hadn't encountered anything like that for a long time. Once I was shopping around for a spiritual path myself. In order to stop, I had to hear my teacher say that shopping around is an attempt to find security, an attempt to find a way to always feel good about yourself. You can hear the Dharma from many different places, but you are uncommitted until you encounter a particular way that rings true in your heart and you decide to follow it. In order to go deeper, there has to be a wholehearted commitment. You began the warrior's journey when you choose one path and stick to it. Then you let it pull you through your changes. Without commitment, the minute you really begin to hurt, you'll just leave or you'll look for something else. The question always remains, to what are we really committed? Is it to playing it safe and manipulating our life and the rest of the world so that it will give us security and confirmation? Or is it commitment to explore deeper and deeper levels of letting go? Do we take refuge in small, self-satisfied actions, speech, and mind? Or do we take refuge in warriorship, in taking a leap, in going beyond our usual safety zones? So bring the awareness back to your breath. Let the breath fill your body. And start to wake up your body with small movements to fingers and toes, hands and feet, arms and legs until you're ready for a big stretch. If it feels good, you can hug your knees in one last time. If you'd like to take some breaths on your side, choose your favorite side. And in your own time and way, when you're ready, come up to your comfortable seat. And we'll close our practice. Find your tall spine, find your breath. Remember your peace and share your light. Hands to the heart, bow in, give gratitude, and look for the joy. Namaste. Thank you all for sharing your practice and your presence. Thank you for being here. Namaste. All right, Facebook. Hey, sis. Love you too. All right, guys. Have a great day.